Tracy here with Tuesday with Tracy's. So, Tracy. Oh my gosh, you started off well. So, I am going to do a much requested video today on just the basics of how to get your classic magicals into your shaker jars and what that does for you. So, the classic magicals, we've talked about a million times, they come in this 5 pack. They all come in this 5 pack. I think we have 10 colors that are slowly being retired that are singles, but for the most part, you will get them in these 5 packs. And we will not promise, because I'm the only one here. We will not be putting our classic magical colors into shakers. That's, if you want them in shakers, you got to do it. But I promise you, we will not be doing that at some point down the road that you go, really? So what I have is my classic magical. I picked Industrial Chic, happens to be one of my favorites for today, because I have a favorite I think every other day that's different. But then you have this 5-pack shaker set that you would get from us, and make sure that you get it to the place where you can pick which sticker set you want, because obviously you want to have matching stickers to the set you just bought. So there is a drop down menu. Make sure you do that. We do offer the shaker 5 packs at a discount when you do buy your classic, if that makes any difference for you, or you can go back and buy these after the fact. So no pressure. Anyway, they will come with this little sticker pack if we're organized that particular day inside here. If not, and you bought a whole bunch, I may stick a bunch of these guys all in a little envelope, and then you'll have these by themselves. Either way, you got both, or make sure you have both, because I am a little bit of a ding-a-ling. So what I would do to start myself is to take these guys out, kind of get myself organized. I'm going to pretend like these jars, which I did a little earlier, are what I'm going to use. And I'll steal one out of here just to show you. So what comes in this 5-pack is exactly what you would think. 5 empty jars, 5 sifter inserts, and 5 lids unless we counted wrong. You might get 6 because we do everything ourselves here at Lindy's. So sometimes not so accurate, but we fix it, we promise. So I would start with, let me go back. To get the powder from the jar into here can be a mess. So you have some options. Old school, back in the day, you can take this just piece of cardstock. You can use paper. I find that it's a little flimsier to deal with. So you just kind of roll it around like that, and you can either staple it in there, or I'm just going to, for demonstration purposes, not that it wouldn't work, just kind of tape him, and I'm going to check to make sure he fits in the jar so that I don't end up with something that doesn't work. So there he goes. You can see, you can't see that at all. There he is. So I could just do the powder that way if I wanted to. I happen to have this funky funnel that, I don't know, was some idea gadget I got for the kitchen that is actually going to work very well. He's a little big, but any size will work. So pretty simple stuff. You take the sticker off, put him on the outside. I'll show you one I did here earlier. And then take that lovely powder and dump. I like to make sure to wiggle and shake, get all of that powder out, every little ounce. Ooh, and I made a mess doing that, of course. And then what I find, and everybody who fills jars at Lindy's has a little different technique, but I find that if you pop these guys in first before you put them in the jar, then first off, you make sure they actually stay. And second, it's a little easier to get them in the jar. I am not a jar filler anymore, so my technique is not the best. I'm sure my girls will chuckle when they see how I do this. But anyway, that's how I do it. I put the top in and then I just kind of put him in straight. Then he's a shaker. Look at that. So I wanted to show you. Oh, before, let me go back. In between colors, I like to either just blow it out with my mouth or use one of these little dust guys. I know it gets dust in the air, but I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so you just kind of clean them out between colors. So now that we've got them all in our jars here, I dumped a little powder in here and added some water to each of them so that I could swatch them, which we have online. You can do yourself. They're beautiful colors. I'll show you the swatched ones in a second. But the cool thing about now having them in the shakers is we don't have any reference online to what these colors look like shaken because Tracey hasn't gotten that in there yet. So it's kind of a mystery with all these classic colors on how they will actually sprinkle out, how rainbowy they will be. And I want to stop for a second and talk about these silly lids. And I know anything plastic, they're a pain. One of the things when I fill it and do that, pushing it in beforehand, I feel like it kind of lines those tiny little bumps in with the holes. I don't know. I don't know if it's right or not, but what I do find is some of them I have to really manhandle, and I knew this guy was one of those that keeps popping up. So my personal technique is I hold him down and I whoop him back in because he shouldn't get as messy as when you might receive them when there's powder all in there, because you're not going to jostle them all around. Oh, great word. Juggle them, jostle them, throw them all over the place. So they should be fine, is what I'm saying. So steampunk sepia that I just did. Now to get back to the color, because he's the important part. Look at how cool he is all sprinkled out. And obviously he's still wet, but I wanted to kind of show you, I went through and swatched these a little earlier so that you can see what industrial chic looks like swatched out. So we'll start with the top. Here is steampunk sepia. And this obviously is our painted color. And then look at that cool swatched out, sprinkled out. God, my language. Oy, oy, oy. So, and this is again just watercolor paper. So that is steampunk sepia. And then time travel teal, which look how cool he is sprinkled out. He's got some yellow in there. And what's I find really funky, and I heat dried these so that shimmer does come out more, but look at that gold shimmer on this time travel teal. When you get him really dark, he's just pretty spectacular. Oh, there you go. There he is. And this is him sprinkled out. Super cool color. I obviously have a really deep, very pigmented watercolor that I swatched with. So in case you were wondering. And then my favorite, which I've mentioned many times because I did a whole bowl of flowers with this color, is Rusty Lantern Lime, because I am a yellowy green girl. I've mentioned I know him many times, sorry. So here is him painted, but look at him swatch. It's almost like a autumn celebration. Like it could be all the leaves. It's like looking up in the sun through the leaves as they change color. Blah. Anyway. And here is, oh, there we go, that neat silver shimmer that's on Rusty Lantern Lime. But there he is all speckled out. And then Shabby Turban Teal, which is another really cool color because he can get more tealy or he can get a little more blue depending on how much water you've got. And obviously in the sprinkling, he kind of blues up a little bit, or maybe the blue comes out. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. So that is Shabby Turban Teal. And then the last color in Industrial Chic, which was created by the infamous Lemore Webber back in the day. Her idea with this set was kind of to have it like a graffiti-ish, grungy city. And so she wanted to have a color that you could put over the top of other things too, to kind of make them a little grungy or give them a little edge. So that's where Steel Shimmer comes in. There's not a lot of dye in Steel Shimmer. He's mostly just the mica. And so you can see he's got kind of a grungy. I don't know if there's another word for it. It's just a cool shimmer. He's very, very shimmery, silvery, kind of an antique silver, but it adds just kind of a neat industrially vibe over any color. You could put it over other colors, doesn't have to be in this set. So there they are. That is where I've taken the old classic magical. I have filled him into these. Oh, let's just put him like this. It'll look so pretty. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Well, maybe they won't sit right. Anyway, there they are. That is Industrial Chic, gone from, oh, look, I'm even going to get better. From Classic Magical to Shaker. Thanks for joining me. Hope I answered all your questions.